Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chisha Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Ex-wife sets husband's car on fire just out of spite for revenge. No more wasting time. Let's check out this really crazy video. Let's get it.
I just got it. Why are you gonna light it on fire? Why? Look it! I have nothing now. I have nothing. You lit my car on fire. You take my family away from me. Now you light my car on fire.
Listen, man, that was a crazy video. We're gonna play it one more time just in case you guys missed it. Let's go.
I just got it. Why are you gonna light it on fire? Why? Look it! I have nothing now. I have nothing. You lit my car on fire. You take my family away from me. Now you light my car on fire.
This is almost unbelievable. What a horrible thing to do, especially somebody who once used to have a relationship with this man, that you would literally bring yourself so low to vandalize that man's property. And I'm assuming she got some type of jail time because this is criminal, right? People are gathered around wondering what's going on. And it's a wife, a bitter ex-wife at that, who doesn't feel like she's gotten enough revenge for whatever reason. And so she does this. Nothing can justify doing this. You can literally hear the pain in the man's voice as he's saying, and he said a lot there. He said, I just got it. He just bought this car. And then he says, I have nothing now. And so me assuming that they went through a divorce, he has nothing now means that she took everything else away from him. If they had another car, she probably took that. If they had a home, she probably took that as well. She's probably getting paid alimony and child support. And he probably had to buy this new car for himself. And what does she go do? She goes and sets the car on fire. Maybe because she thought that he could have spent that money on her and the kids. Crazy woman, man. Bad coffee.
This coffee smells like shit.
So the other thing he screams out is, you take my family away. You take my family from me. Now you lit my car on fire. Let's check out these comments, man. Let's see what people have to say about this situation. Our first comment comes from a gentleman. He says, women, where's all the good men at? Laugh out loud. I don't understand why I'm single. He quotes that and goes on to say, this is why more and more men have stopped mating. In this day and age, getting with the modern woman is possibly the most dangerous and life-altering thing you can do as a man. That's a fact. Unless you have an army of attorneys and a hell of a prenup, don't do it, guys. Listen, this man is speaking a lot of facts. Majority of marriages are gonna fail. Marriage to a modern woman today is dangerous. And while I'm somebody who says I will get married and won't sign papers or there's prenups, there's still risk in that involved. And if you choose not to, I completely understand. I mean, I get it. Shit is effed up because you do lose everything as the man once you go through that divorce in most cases. I mean, we all know somebody, we all know a friend, some guy who's divorced, maybe even twice or 3 times. And then you think to yourself, what's the point? And my whole thing is, if you're somebody who's going to still consider marriage, how can you put yourself in the position where you don't give up full control and power to a gynocentric society that's bent on making you suffer as the man, no matter what? So we have a woman here who responded to this guy's comment and said, same for women. We are abused and left with children to care for most of the time, damn near on our own, and have to struggle with balancing working full-time, getting educated, the children's school / childcare, etc. All while, if lucky, the dad gets a couple of hours of visitation and get to live their lives unaltered. This woman's insane, literally. Obviously, doesn't know what she's talking about and has not drunk a drop of coffee her whole life.
Put that coffee down.
You see, women like this will initiate the divorce, right? Because majority of women initiate divorce and blame you for being divorced when she's the one that left the marriage, and then complain that she's a single mother who is struggling financially, and complain that she has to take care of all the kids while still actively keeping the kids away from the other caretaker, which is the father.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
You can't make this shit up. The comment from the woman goes on to read, just because you hear a man say, you took my family away, could have meant she left his abusive, of course, right? She was getting beat up and or cheating ASS. And just because he's saying she lit his car on fire doesn't mean she actually did. Wow. Look how far away she is. And what woman in the right mind does it in public or on camera? She goes on to say, I would have done it at night. Oh my gosh. Not enough video to prove either of them right or wrong, but I can tell by the interaction this ain't his first time screaming in her face. Wow. This is insane, bro. The amount of mental gymnastics women will go through to absolve women of accountability is just almost impressive, right? Kind of impressed, not really. Let's check out the next comment. This comment reads, there's a longer version where he shouts, I sleep in there. Poor man. Wow. 22K plus likes. Yeah, that's sad. That's depressing. And this is unfortunately a very real reality for some men who go through divorce, is that some men end up homeless. Between the child support and getting everything stripped away from them, the only way they can survive is literally by sleeping out of their car, if they have a car. So the woman before, she thought to herself, well, how do you know this is true? Look at the way he's screaming at her. How would you feel? How would any woman feel if a guy went and burned her property? Would she scream? Most likely. The level of aggression that this man has right now is a hair away from being completely out of control. He is at his wit's end. But the question is, how would you rationalize if this was the last thing you had left to you? Like the comment says, he sleeps out of this car. Damn, it's effed up. This next comment, this guy is quoting, I think, a previous comment, and it reads, he can buy a new car and regain his peace. Maybe better for him. And he goes on to say, how can anyone be so callous and heartless to think so? Seriously worrying to think that people can sympathize with her and downplay the lasting damage this has caused to him. And this is how society views men. They'll be quick to bring up all the abuse that the woman might have faced in the relationship, right? Emotional abuse in most cases. And, oh, he stepped out once, but will be very reluctant to look at the situation and ask themselves, what type of mental damage does this put a man through? A man who takes pride possession in keeping his life together and the things he accomplishes and can achieve. But you can go over there and literally set this man's car on fire. The last comment here reads, she's fortunate to be in prison. Ah, look at that. Looks like she actually is in prison. Now, that's not known for sure. I'm going off this comment. The level of anger he has is dangerous. Every person has an edge, and she crossed it. The system gave her custody of their children, and she just destroyed his mode of transportation to work and to see his family and to also sleep in. That's his home. She's not even aware that she crossed the line. She's just standing there after poking the bear as if what she did was a minor act. This is because he didn't answer the door when she came by, shaking my head. Wow. So this seems like it's some insider knowledge to the situation, that she did this because he didn't answer the door when she came by. Now he has the kids and likely a new car via his insurance. I hope that's how things turned around for him, because that would be wonderful, right? That he has the kids and also was able to get a new car from his insurance based on this video. Very disheartening situation, man. This is just plain out disgusting. It's not easy to be a man who still sees the value in marriage the way it's practiced today, the way it's set up today, especially with the courts, right? Imagine a man who's gone through something like this exact person. I'm talking about this exact guy, right? And then talking to him and trying to convince him why he should get remarried or should encourage other people to get married, when he probably has multiple stories of his own personal experience of how it'd probably be better off for him to not get married, and also the experiences of other people. This is insane. Listen, man, as always, I'm curious to know what you guys think. Leave your comments down below. I appreciate you for checking out yet another episode of The Coffee Pot. Till next time, man, I'm out. Peace.